Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some Mattel doll news to talk about. From first look and announcement of the next monsterized collector doll being Edward Scissorhands. To celebrate the anniversary, we have first looks at the new Barbie Fashion Frontier doll, new Disney Princess dolls, and more, so stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, first off, we do have a couple of new Disney Princess dolls to look at by Mattel here. These are budget dolls, so very limited in articulation and obviously fashion, as the only fashions here are barely even fashions. They're just paper skirts. So but I have to show them because the faces look amazing. It's just the fashions are, yeah, I mean, it's just the molded on tops, you know, they are playline budget dolls. They're like a party theme, whatever. It's like a second wave. Weirdly, I haven't seen listings for these. I haven't seen more stock photos for any of these. I've just seen a couple of, again, people like on Instagram post their pictures, but nothing else. So yeah, I mean, I guess they're budget dolls, so they're not too well, you know, like we don't have too many pictures right now, but yeah, it's just weird that we don't have like more information about them, like on youloveit.com. Like, I really don't have more information. They're just new princess dolls that the faces look cute, but just the rest of it is very, very lackluster. Like, I'm still waiting for like a you know, collector level Cinderella doll to come out on Mattel Creations. And Snow White, like, where are those two? We've had collector dolls of all the other girls, you know, just not Pocahontas, Snow White, and Cinderella, and Moana, and Merida. So yeah, maybe we'll get them soon. That would be nice, because again, we just keep getting these gorgeous faces on these really cheap looking bodies, and plastic molded on tops, and fabric papery looking skirts. Oh yeah, and here's also Frozen Elsa and Anna, and just same deal. They're just paper thin skirts molded on tops. The faces look decent. That's pretty much it basically with recent Disney Princess Playline dolls. Like, the faces look great. Usually faces look amazing. Mattel usually does great faces. It's just a pixelation that kind of, you know, ruins them. But faces usually are the strong point, and then what ruins really Playline dolls for the most part is the lack of articulation, and then the molded on tops, the cheap looking prints, the patterns, the cheap feeling fabrics used on the skirts, and then of course just the chunky looking shoes and accessories, and just, yeah, so that's mainly what we've been seeing recently with Disney Princess. So it's just depressing. I'm just hoping we get some more exciting Disney Princess collector dolls, at least on Mattel Creations, you know? Okay, next up, let's talk about the brand new Barbie Fashion Frontier doll number 2. She's releasing on November 20th, first for members, and then November 21st, I believe, she should be available to the general public, or she might be a members exclusive. I'm honestly not sure. The member, the you know, subscription is $10, so yeah, that would suck if she's a member exclusive. Was the first Fashion Frontier exclusive? I am not sure. So really depends, but yes, $80 for this doll, and she was designed by Taylor Pierce, and she's a gold label. The face sculpt is Nichelle, which I'm not familiar with, and the body type here used is superhero, so that's why she looks a bit more toned, more athletic. You know, that's the body type that they usually use with superhero themed characters like Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. Recently they had those dolls on these body types, so that's kind of like what they usually use. But the thing I don't like with this body type, the body mold, is around the upper arms. You cannot rotate them outwards. You cannot rotate the legs outwards. So you are kind of more limited with this body sculpt, but it still has double joints at the knees and elbows. Just you again, you cannot rotate the arms outwards, which doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, if you've dealt with this kind of body type before, you know that posing the doll for photography without that function to rotate the arms outwards or legs outwards, it does inhibit, you know, it does restrict movement for posing. Anyway, so yes, gold label. Did I mention that she's gold label? And Nichelle, yes. So yeah, expensive, $80 expensive, but I do think the first Fashion Frontier doll was also 80. She might have been cheaper just because she was released like, I don't know, I think late last year, perhaps early this year. Honestly, what even is time anymore? What is real anymore? We don't know, girl. We don't know. But time is relative. You know, who cares? But it feels like the first Fashion Frontier doll just released like this year. It might have been last year, but so now we have the second one. And I have to say, like, comparing the two dolls, I really loved the first one because she was pink and like silver and the cowboy aesthetic, you know, kind of like mixed with the futuristic vibes, right? The unique stand, that's also a big plus in my eyes. Now the second one, there's no color. It's just silver and black. So the first one, I guess accent color was pink with silver. The second one, I guess the accent color is black and silver, you know. So I would have preferred if instead of black we could have had like purple here or like indigo, you know. That would have been a really nice kind of combination with the silver instead of black. I mean, black is fine, black is classic, right? With the silver, I get it, just because the packaging is all purple, and I feel like it would have made sense if instead of the black on the doll design, it would have been purple as well. At least to me, you know, I would have preferred some more color here. But purely silhouette wise, I do like the pants, the chaps, you know, the fringe, the boots, the belt. We have like the cape poncho situation going on. That looks nice with the fringe as well. The top without the cape looks nice as well. Nichelle as a face sculpt, I'm not familiar with, but she looks cute here. The graphic liner, the cowboy hat, we have the two braids. I wish the braids were more red because in the concept art you can see that they're supposed to be more like a dark auburn, kind of like dark brown. You know, like, you know, here in person, in you know, in the stock photos, the hair just seems like dark brown, not light brown. So, but yeah, I have to say I do prefer the first one because obviously love pink. But the second one, I like her. I like the silhouette. The outfit pieces look nice. It just some things like for the price point, you know, you kind of wish like the lace up on the sleeves would have been real and not just printed on. You know, stuff like that. You know, for the price point, you kind of would have preferred more. But it's nice. I do like the base stand here. It's the same one, just in silver, you know, instead of pink. So that's cool. And I think that's also why she's more expensive. It's because, you know, the base is unique. You know, you're getting good quality fabrics, I believe, used here. New boots, mold, right? So some couple of factors. But yeah, she's really a nice doll. And I didn't get the Grady twins. So yeah, I will probably get this one because she's, I think, more worth it to me than the Grady twins were for $100. Moving on, we have an official picture here from Mattel of the new Wicked movie. Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth dolls, basically the wise women that they played in the first movie. They posted a picture of them saying that they should be available now online. Yes, just in time for the second part for it to come out in theaters. Now, I think the listings should be available on youloveit.com, the website. So if you are looking for the listings for these two dolls, just check out their website. They should have them for the Amazon listings. I have checked for Amazon European websites, you know, like Amazon Germany and UK, and I could not find the listings. So I'm just assuming that, you know, judging by the official release date being sometime in January, as we can see here, that, you know, by sometime in spring of 2026, we're supposed to get these dolls also like widely in Europe and internationally. But I have no doubt that in the US, some people will get them first. Probably by the end of this year. And I can't wait to see real life pictures of these two because in the stock photos here are good. Like I like them here already, but you know, in person, obviously the fabrics, they can change, they can look a bit better or, you know, worse. The pixelation for the faces could be different. The colors might vary. So let's see what, you know, how quick they arrive to people. Speaking of quickly arriving, moving on to Monster High news, we have some updates on G3 Core Robecca Steam's doll. I saw a listing for her on Amazon Germany while it was still up, and the release date for her is around like December of 2026 and January of 2027. Now, obviously, these are just, you know, estimates, right? So they're not like set in like for sure, like it's obviously can always change, right? But still, like just judging by the information that what appeared on the listing for, you know, Robecca being like the end of 2026, January of 2027, like what? Yeah, Rebecca's doll officially will probably come out like summer next year. I don't think she would come out earlier. I don't think we're getting to see her, you know, until next year. And even then, I'm not sure like how quickly we will see her released next year. Again, maybe in the US summer. And for international fans, European fans, it might be later because usually that's what happens. But let's see. But I was definitely shocked when I saw the release date being like December of 2026 and, you know, January of 2027. Like that sounds insane to me. Insane. We're not even in 2026 yet. We're still in 2025. Now, moving on, we finally have a real life look at the canceled fashion pack that was supposed to be for Welcome Committee Frankie Stein here, found on Taobao. So these are what the fashions would have looked like if they had been, you know, sold to the masses in store. And they look really good in these pictures in real life. So it really sucks that they canceled this fashion pack and they just scrapped the idea. I'm not sure why. Again, I'm not sure why. The doll released Welcome Committee Frankie, you know, iconically they released. So finally this year, even if it was late. But it's weird that they canceled the fashion pack because I feel like a lot of people would have bought this fashion pack. It looks nice. The colors are nice. It's very versatile. So I feel like they should do fashion packs in general for Monster High G3. It just seems like such a obvious thing to do, but it's like they haven't done it once yet. They haven't given us fashion packs yet in Monster High G3. Even G1 gave us fashion packs. You know, it's like, why not now? Like, it just seems so obvious. Moving on to G1 Monster High news. The Monster High Midnight Runway Haute Couture collection has finally sold out after like, what, 2 years? After their initial launch. The first doll to be sold out was Cleo, and then I believe it was Frankie that sold out this year, and then Spectra finally sold out. So yeah, just insane that it took so long for this collection to sell out. I mean, it just goes to show you that they really kind of missed the mark on the second collection of Haute Couture. But it does make you wonder, like, will they have a future Haute Couture wave, like, with other characters, another theme, perhaps? You know, who knows? Let's see. Do you have any of these, and were you waiting for any of these sales to get your own of these dolls? Now, moving on, yes, let us finally talk about the SKULLECTOR Grady twins re-release and how that all went down. Now, the fan club early access obviously sold out like in a couple of like 4 minutes from what I've heard, and then the day after, you know, was the general public release, and apparently for that the twins sold out in like 7 minutes. So still like really short, but at least it was more than 4 minutes. So yay. But from what I've heard, a lot of people had problems, really big issues with the, you know, CAPTCHA and, you know, all of that. It was glitchy and buggy, and just apparently due to problems with the verification and stuff, that's kind of like what got them, you know, they missed out. That's the reason why they missed out. It's because of all these CAPTCHA things. Now, I to be honest, I forgot they dropped on the fan club, you know, day, and then the day after, I didn't try. They're cute, but just for me, like $100 would have probably been more for sure in my currency with shipping. It's just not worth it for these two, when the only reason why I would want to get them is because they are such, it's like they're such status symbols, you know, like having the Grady twins. Oh, look at, you know, it's like such a thing. It's like, oh, it's like a power thing, you know, it's like, oh, you know, I have this and you don't, right? It goes back to FOMO as well, you know, and that's really the main reason why I would have wanted to have them, is to be like, oh yeah, I have them. Because I haven't seen The Shining. I know I should, but I don't have an emotional attachment to the movie, nor the twins as characters. I don't have an attachment to the iconography, to the imagery of the twins. Like nothing about the twins here as dolls is like amazing. Like I'm not drawn to them. Like ooh, you know, like they're cute. Like they seem nice, but 100 and plus something in my currency, like no. Especially for like the same doll twice, essentially. Like, no. Again, like the only reason why I was tempted to get them is because, ooh, I could own them. And I could be like, I have them, you know. But that's not enough. I gotta, you know, we gotta discern the difference between like wanting and needing, you know, like, do we need the doll or do we just want them because it's nice to have, you know? But yeah, what was your experience like with the release for the Grady twins re-release? Did you want them? Were you like me, where you were not, you know, you were not sure about getting them, or maybe you just wanted to get them because of similar reasons? If you did not get them, was it because of the captcha? What was your experience like? Please let me know, because from what I've heard, it was not good. And finally, yes, let us talk about the SKULLECTOR, the new upcoming SKULLECTOR that's happening on December 4th. We now know who it's gonna be. Yes, it is Edward Scissorhands. I was not sure who it could be. I heard some people say it might be a re-release of the Nightmare Before Christmas SKULLECTOR set. That would have been interesting. But no, it's Edward Scissorhands, yet another SKULLECTOR that we knew nothing about. There were no leaks previously of this happening, of this being a thing. I'm curious, are the sources are the usual sources just not telling us? Like, are they not telling us these things on purpose? Like, but do they know? Like, are some people just gatekeeping information from us? Because usually it really does seem like we get like a leaked pair of shoes on Taobao, or like, you know, like on all these websites, there's always some kind of leak of like some kind of purse mold or some kind of like hand mold. It's always like gray and not painted, obviously, because it's not, you know, done. You know, there's always something. But with Alien and now, you know, Edward Scissorhands, like there was really like, you know, nothing. Zip, zilch, nada. You know, it's like literally like, so I do wonder if like perhaps there's a different reason, or really we just, no one knew about it. But I, you know, at the same time, like, really? Like no one knew? I mean, I don't know, maybe, I guess, again, we don't know. It's just all speculation, right? And in any case, the whole leak thing is a very, it's always like you know, like it's an ongoing thing. And it's like you never really know what's what. So, but yes, Edward Scissorhands celebrating their, I believe, 35th anniversary of the movie. They're releasing a SKULLECTOR doll based on a character of Edward himself. Now, I'm assuming that in this doll version of the character, it's going to be gender bent. Once again, from male to female, like with Chucky, like with Beetlejuice, like with, you know, Pennywise, basically all the SKULLECTOR dolls are female, and if the original character was male, they're usually gender bent, with the exception of Frankenstein, Jack, and well, that's it, right? That's like, those are the only the only SKULLECTOR dolls that are male, right? So it would have been nice. It would have been really nice to have like Edward here be a manster, you know, be a male SKULLECTOR doll, like, especially because the character himself is so iconic in the movie. It would have just been so nice. But I guess, you know, Mattel and Monster High, they like to play it safe. They like to really just gender bend the characters to make them female, to, I guess, increase sales, because apparently no one buys male dolls. And I guess, you know, there is less interest for sure, but we're talking about Edward Scissorhands. That's a movie. It has a pop culture following. It's, you know, we're not talking about just like a random character. We're talking about a movie with a fan base behind it. So it would make sense to keep the character being male. Anyway, well, how do you feel about this? I do think for me, it would have been really cool. But at the same time, we have yet to see the design itself. All we've seen here are teasers, close-ups of the mouth, close-ups of like a gear that could be literally anything on the doll's design. It could be like the object heels. It could be like a purse. These gear close-up, you know, like it could be anything. But a clear teaser that we have for this doll is the hand mold, which obviously Edward Scissorhands, the fingers are scissors or like knives or, you know, like sharp objects. So that looks nice. I heard people say that the hand looks cheap, which I don't get. I think it looks good. I like the molded on details, you know, like the new hand mold. That's exciting. I mean, obviously, you know, keeping in mind that this is a doll and they want to make it sure that it's safe and not going to poke anyone's eyeball out, they have to make the the scissor finger, hand mold safe, and they can't make them too sharp or too intricate as well, because you got to think about it, like, realistically, you can't make them too detailed. But I think it looks good, the hand, I think from what I can see, the outfit looks good. Keep in mind the outfit for Edward in the movie is mainly black. It's like a latex like bodysuit with a lot of belts across the torso, and just again like long sleeves. So I do think like just it's gonna be a lots of black obviously, but it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with the silhouette. Like what's the piece gonna look like? Is it really a bodysuit? Is it just simple, just a lot of belt buckles and stuff, or is it something different? Is it something high fashion? Is it like, how are they gonna interpret the hair, the face, the shoes, the packaging? Yeah, I wonder. There's questions, but yes. So releasing December 4th. It's still. It's still a month away, so girl. But it's happening, and I'm excited. Let's see what this ends up looking like. Again, are you a fan of the movie? Are you excited? Let me know. And that's gonna do it for today's little Mattel news roundup. But what did you think? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below. Become an official cutie that way to support our channel if you're able to, of course, no pressure. And so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.